Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Abel Michael Sinaga, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video today. I feel honored and excited to discuss a topic that has become not only high relevant but also deeply transformative in our lives. And the topic is the future of remote work. Over the past few years, the very concept of work has changed dramatically. Before 2020, remote work has largely seen as a niche, mostly reserved for digital freelancers, creative professionals, or tech industry insiders. The traditional notions of work meant commuting daily, clocking in at an office, working under supervision, and returning home in the evening. But everything changed with the global COVID-19 pandemic. Practically overnight, millions of workers across the globe were sent home not for vacations but to continue working from their kitchens, bedrooms, and living rooms. This was not just temporary change, it was a massive global experiment that shifted how we define productivity and collaboration and professional presence. What we discovered was surprising. Many companies saw that remote work did not reduce productivity, and in some cases, it increased it. Employees reported better focus, more time for family, and less stress for commuting, and greater autonomy. Business saw a reduction in overhead costs, less office maintenance, and even better employee retention. Remote work went from being a privilege to an expectation, and even now in 2025, it continues to evolve, to expand, and to embed itself into the fabric of modern professionals' life. As we dive deeper into these transformations, it's important to understand that the future remote work is not a simple shift from office to home. It's a full it's a full reimagining of how we structure work, measure performance, and then collaborate with colleagues and live our daily lives. One major trend is the rise of hybrid work, a model in which employees split their time between remote settings and physical offices. This model seeks to combine and the best of both worlds, the flexibility and comfort of home with of with social energy and teamwork of the office. Leading companies around the world, from Microsoft and Google to regional startups, are adopting policies that allow for 2 or 3 days of remote work, with the remaining days spent in collaborative office environments. In addition to the hybrid model, we are also seeing a rise in asynchronous work. In asynchronous setups, employees work on their own schedules, often across different time zones, using communication tools like Zoom or Google Meets and Microsoft Teams, like Slack and Notions or Loom to stay aligned. This approach allows business to hire globally, giving people in different countries the chance to work on international projects without relocating or working till late night. or working to many homes. This trend has also fueled the popularity of digital nomadism, where professionals live and work from different countries, taking advantage of remote works while experiencing the world. And in response, some governments have even started issuing special digital nomad visas to attract skilled remote workers to boost local economies. The benefits of remote work are multidimensional. For individuals, remote work allows for a healthier work life balance, more time with loved ones, flexible schedules, and, and even the change to move to more affordable or peaceful areas outside the major cities. Parents can attend school events or even care of children more easily. People with disabilities or chronic health, health issues may find it easier to work from a setting and that fits their needs. And then for companies, remote work open access to global talent and also more inclusive hiring, including candidates from rural areas or developing regions. Organizations can scale faster without the burden of expanding physical office space. And for society as a whole, there are environmental benefits. Fewer cars on the road mean less I'm sorry, air pollution and lower carbon emissions. The decentralization of work can also help ease urban overcrowding and support the economic revival of smaller towns or even villages. However, while the benefits are considerable, remote work is not without its challenges. Communication and collaboration are among the top concerns. In physical offices, a lot of communications happen informally and quick chats in hallways, and then spontaneous brainstorming sessions, or just overhearing a useful piece of information. These informal these informal moments are harder to replicate online, uh, even with the best digital tools. Team members may feel isolated or even disconnected, no chemistry from their coworkers, especially if their roles are highly collaborative. And remote employees may also struggle with work-life boundaries, finding it difficult to switch off when their home is also their workplace. Burnout is a real concern, as people may feel pressure to always be available or work longer hours to prove they are being productive. From the employer's perspective, challenges include maintaining company culture, ensuring data security, and then onboarding new hires remotely, and monitoring productivity without becoming invasive. Not, not all not all managers are trained to lead remote teams, and not all employees are equipped with ergonomic setups or strong internet connections. There is also the issue of inequality. While some jobs can be done remotely, others, such as those in in healthcare, manufacturing, and hospitality, and even logistics still require physical presence. This divide may lead to new forms of socioeconomic gaps between remote capable and non-remote capable professions. And then technology will continue to play a major role in shaping the future of remote work. And then artificial intelligence or AI is already being used to automate repetitive tasks, schedule meetings, and provide performance insight. In the future, we may see AI-driven virtual assistants that help manage workloads, such as break times or over real-time feedback. Virtual and augmented reality could make remote collaboration feel more immersive, allowing team members to sit together in virtual rooms or examine I mean examine 3D models as if they were side by side. We may even see the development of virtual offices, space where avatars can interact in real time. Cybersecurity will also be a top priority, with more employees accessing sensitive data from various locations. Companies must invest in secure VPNs, two-factor authentications, and ongoing security training. On the on the HR side, there will be increased emphasis on measuring outcomes rather than hours worked, creating fair police for remote performance reviews, and ensuring equal career development opportunities regardless of work locations. Looking ahead, one of the most important elements of remote work will be trust. Success, Successful remote teams are built on clear communication, and then accountability, and then mutual respect. Micromanagement does not work well in a remote setting. Instead, companies will need to develop a culture of autonomy and result oriented evolutions. Leaders will need to focus more on emotional intelligence and empathy and digital communication skills. Professional development and team bonding will also need to be redesigned. We might see more virtual retreats, online workshops, and gamified training programs to build a team moral and skills. And another major consideration is mental health. As remote work becomes more what we can say widespread, organizations must actively promote well-being to flexible schedules, mental health days, and access to counseling or wellness apps. Without this support, remote workers can become isolated, anxious, or overwhelmed, and leading them to decreased engagement and higher turnover. Governments and uh, I'm sorry, policy makers will also play a crucial role in shaping the remote work landscape, and labor laws may need to be updated to reflect remote realities, including rules on overtime, reimbursement for home offices expenses, and tax regulations for cross border remote workers. Some countries may use remote work as a strategic tool to attract global talent, and they offering favorable tax terms or like lifestyles packages for remote professionals. Others may struggle to adapt, especially if infrastructure is lacking. Education systems will also need to adapt if students are expected to join a remote capable workforce. They must be trained in digital communications, self management, and then cross cultural collaboration from an early age. University may offer more online programs like virtual internship or hybrid campuses that mirror the flexibility of modern workplaces. And then and so in conclusion, the future of remote work is not a passing trend. It is a permanent shift that continues to redefine how we live and we work. It offers the tremendous opportunities to build a more inclusive, flexible, and human centered approach to employment. But it also requires thoughtful planning, investment in digital infrastructure, and a deep commitment to equity and well being. And as the professionals, educators, policymakers, and leaders, it is our responsibility to shape this future in a way that benefits not just few but the many. Whether you are uh, you are a remote worker enjoying newfound freedom, a manager navigating the challenges of leading and dispersed team, or a students preparing for tomorrow's job market. Your voice and choices is matter. The future of work is already here. It's up to us to make it meaningful and to make it sustainable and empowering for all. And then thank you for once again for your time and attention. And I hope this discussion inspires you to reflect, to adapt, and lead with purpose as we move forward into new era of work. So my name is Abel Michael Sinaga. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you for the attention to watch it to the end. And good morning, everyone.